Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. Today I thought I would do a Q&A video, so I posted a question box on my Instagram story and asked my followers to ask me questions about keto and intermittent fasting and really just whatever other questions they'd want to ask. So I thought I would answer those. I had a few people ask me how I heard about keto and what made me want to start keto, so I thought I would start with that. This could actually be a really long answer, but I'll try to keep it short. I originally heard about keto from my brother Andrew and his wife Erica. They were in California at the time, so I didn't really see them do the diet, like living near them or anything, but I just heard about them cutting out carbs like bread and pasta. So I was like, okay, I don't really eat bread and pasta anyways, so that's not for me. So I didn't really think anything of it. A few months after they were doing the keto diet, I started noticing in myself that I just did not feel good about myself anymore. I noticed I had put on weight and I just felt terrible. So I wanted to make a change in my life and I had started going back to the gym, but it's like I needed to clean up my diet and I knew that. So I was watching videos on YouTube and I don't remember how, but I came across Dr. Josh Axe on YouTube. He has a channel full of informative videos. Definitely check him out. But I was binge watching his videos and he started talking about the keto diet, and his wife had done cyclical keto where you're doing carbs on some days and then strict keto on other days. So after I was binge watching a ton of keto videos, I decided to do it for myself, and my best friend had decided she wanted to give intermittent fasting a try. And I saw that a lot of people who did keto did intermittent fasting. I think it was the day after she started intermittent fasting that I wanted to do it as well, and I would do the keto diet along with it. So that's the short story of how I got started on the keto diet. Someone asked what my favorite fat bomb is, which when I first read this question, I was like, what are you talking about? Because I read it as bath bomb. So I was like, that is so random. But then I was like, oh, they said fat bomb. Anyways, I'm not a huge fat bomb kind of person. I never really have been, but I recently made chocolate almond fat bombs, which is a recipe I posted on Instagram. You can find it in my highlights. That's basically coconut butter, coconut oil, cocoa powder, sweetener, almond butter, and I think Lily's chocolate chips. Those are my favorite so far because it's chocolate and almond, and those are two of my favorite things. But I have to give my sister-in-law a shout out because she made my fat bomb recipe, but she tweaked it a little bit and they were so much better. So other than those fat bombs, and I've melted down a keto brick to use as a fat bomb. So I guess those two would be my favorite just because they're basically the only ones I've ever had. A few people also asked if I will always do keto, and the answer is probably, but I'm really not sure. At this point, I'm feeling like I'm going to continue with the keto diet. I am about 2 or 3 weeks from finishing my first year of keto, and so far I'm just gonna keep eating the way I do, but I'm thinking about adding more carbs and doing kind of like cyclical keto, where I'm eating strict keto 4 days out of the week, and the days in between those 4 days, I'm carbing up a little bit more so I can have sweet potato and I think rice and maybe some other things. I haven't really researched it too much, but that's what I'm thinking. I've also thought about trying paleo for a little bit, but I just love cheese so much that I don't think it's gonna work for me. And I've also heard about the vertical diet from a friend, and that looks interesting to me as well. But the only thing that scares me about that is the fact that you can have rice. And I feel like I go crazy with rice. Like we used to have taco night and I'd get burrito bowls from Chipotle, and I don't know why. I just go wild with rice just because it tastes so good to me. So that's the only thing holding me back from that. I'm enjoying the foods that I eat now, so it's kind of like it really has become a lifestyle change for me. So it's kind of like I know I definitely won't go back to how I used to eat. Someone asked what my highs and lows of this first keto year have been. So my highs are, one, losing weight. I've lost 35 pounds to date, and I just feel so much better about myself, and my skin has cleared up a lot. I hardly ever have a breakout. I've noticed my hair feels stronger, and even my nails, they grow so much faster, things like that. But yeah, the changes in my body have just been incredible. I feel amazing. And also, seeing my family do so well on the keto diet has been awesome to see, and it makes me really happy to see them losing weight and feeling better about themselves. It's just really inspiring to me. So those are my highs. The lows would probably, when I cheat, that sometimes I can go kind of wild. So about 6 months ago, I cheated a lot and I wasn't strict with keto at all. And I really slowed down my progress. So that's a low. And also just having to deal with people's negative comments about keto, because I know it is a very trendy diet right now, but on the other hand, it has been around for decades. So I don't understand why people hate on it so much, especially if you're doing a keto diet where you're eating real foods. I've just noticed that I have a lot of protein and vegetables and healthy fats. So if I didn't tell people I was doing the keto diet, I feel like they would just think, oh, she's trying to eat healthy. So just the fact that my diet is called the keto diet, that triggers people so much, which is just mind-blowing to me. So that's definitely a low, having to deal with the negativity that comes along with it. But on the other hand, I shouldn't care what people think. I know how much better I feel, so I'm just doing what works for me. Someone asked, what is your go-to keto food when you're starving and you don't want to cook forever? So usually when I come back from the gym, it's in the morning and it's about the time that I can break my fast. So I'm usually pretty hungry because I've just had a really good workout, and mentally I know that I can break my fast. So I like to make scrambled eggs with bacon or hot link sausages and have avocado or blackberries or strawberries. So I like to keep my first meal fairly simple, but also just making kind of like a little snack plate, like a mini cheese board, which I love. You could cut up some cucumbers, strawberries, blackberries, cheese, of course, and you can have like salami, pepperoni, things like that. I think that's why I love keto so much, is because I can have those kind of foods and I really enjoy them. Someone asked, what is my favorite keto meal and dessert? Definitely keto pizza has been my favorite thing so far, but I know not everybody wants to have pizza all the time, or maybe you do, I don't know. And also I love to have steak and shaved Brussels sprouts. To think that I used to hate the taste of Brussels sprouts is so weird, because I love them now, especially if they're cooked in either Kerrygold butter or even bacon grease. I know that sounds disgusting to people who are not keto, but it's really so good. So those would be my favorite keto meals. I don't really eat a lot of keto desserts, so I try to keep it kind of simple if I want something sweet after a meal. And usually I'll have blackberries or strawberries with some of a Lily's caramelized and salted chocolate bar. Those are my favorite. So I had a few people ask me why I do intermittent fasting, which is a great question. So these are just some things that I've read that fasting helps with. It helps with fat loss and also autophagy, which is when your body is regenerating your cells. Hopefully that means that when I'm 85, I will have hardly any wrinkles and super nice skin. I mean, hopefully, fingers crossed. I've also read that if you do fasted workouts where you don't eat anything, you just have water or pre-workout coffee, things like that, that if you eat maybe an hour or two after you've worked out, that it helps boost your HGH, which is your human growth hormone. A lot of people say that you should have like a protein shake after you go to the gym, but really it's so much better if you do a fasted workout and then eat like an hour or two after you have worked out. And that fasting is actually more beneficial than going home and chugging a protein shake. At least that's what I've read. Who knows what's the truth. Okay, and now on to some random questions that I got. So someone asked how many gators I've seen. I'm guessing because I live in Florida. But honestly, I've not really seen that many in the wild, I guess. I've been to Gatorland and the alligator farm in St. Augustine and Disney. They have some gators, but I think I've only seen like 3 in the wild and one was dead on the side of the road. Someone asked, What do people in China call their expensive dishes? I have no idea. Someone asked me if I'm married. No, I am single. Someone said, you look amazing, absolutely gorgeous. Thank you very much. That's very sweet of you. Someone asked, who does your hair? That would be my amazing sister-in-law, Taylor. She's a cosmetologist and she's absolutely the best. She's the only person I trust to cut and style my hair because I've had so many bad experiences in the past where literally I've come home with my hair like this short. It emotionally scarred me for life. And yeah, so she's the only one I trust to do my hair. I'll leave her Instagram handle below. If you're in Central Florida, you should definitely check her out. So that is going to be it for this Q&A video. There were some more questions, but I don't want this video to be too long. If you have any more questions, please leave them in the comments below. And if you enjoyed this video, please give it a thumbs up. And don't forget to subscribe to my channel if you're not already. And I will see you next time.